Hey guys, how are you? I'm going to be starting the love advice in a minute. If you guys want to join, let me know. So if you have a situation that is with love that you would like some love advice on, let me know and I will add you as a guest speaker so I can hear your voice and we can look into the situation. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm letting it load a little bit, making sure everything sounds clear. So I do different things on my lives. I am a love astrologer, psychic clairvoyant, so I do different things on here just to keep it a little bit interesting. You can always book with me. The items are on the right. You can see them up there, the tarot, the astrology, and the private reading. However, tonight I'm doing open communication with if you want love advice on your situation. It would be helpful if you knew your love interests sign. That would be helpful, especially if you know their full birthday, so we could get their sun and moon, or I should say. So that's what we are starting tonight. Okay, so Alyssa, okay, I'm going to add you as a guest speaker. Give me 1 second. Okay, sweetheart. I already sent it. Hopefully you can hear me properly. I think I have the volume at a good volume, I think. Hey, Alyssa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Oh my
Do I
God,
have
this
to
thing is in
speak
my
on here?
face. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Do I have to speak on here?
Oh, tonight in particular, I'm doing, like guest speaker kind of things where you let me know your love situation and I give you advice on it. So it's like a love advice with the psychic input as well. So
Okay.
both. You could put a different, it's your voice that you're shy about, or because you don't have to show, yourself on video or anything if you don't want.
Okay. I
Is
just
it
felt.
your voice that you're shy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. You don't have to participate if you don't want to, sweetie. It's okay.
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 Can I just listen?
Oh, you could do whatever you want. Yeah,
Okay.
no worries. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so how do I get you off of here? Let's see. I don't know how to do it. Do you have to do it? I don't know how.
Maybe.
I don't know how to. Wait, one of these buttons. Wait, do I click? Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, I got it. I clicked on, yeah, I figured it out at the last minute. Oh, hey, Trish, thank you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Nice to see you. All right, you guys, so tonight I'm giving love advice. I am a love specialist, and I'm going to be giving you, I guess it's like love coaching with the love the love reading part. So I'm going to be doing those tonight, complimentary. So if somebody has a situation with your love life and you want me to take a look at it and give you my input, make sure you have your man's, or I should say love target. And if he's not your man yet, but maybe it's a crush or something, whatever the situation is, make sure you have their sign at least. It would be better if you had their full birth date, because that way we can get their sun and moon. Okay. But it's not required. If you don't know it, don't worry about it. The purpose of doing these is, to make it friendly for those coming in. I think that's why I do my deep work separately, because then I require a lot of dates and locations and things like that, so I can build my astrology charts. But I'm doing this one kind of different because it's on the stream, so it's got to be friendly and fast. If I started doing charts for everybody, it would take a while. Isabel, you want to participate? Okay, sweetheart, I will add you as a guest speaker. I'm going to go ahead and invite. I don't know if you have the invite feature available. No, it doesn't show. It doesn't allow me to invite you as a speaker. Yeah. I'm doing it as a speaker because it's easier for me to get through these faster because I get to hear you speak, and it's better than typing the whole thing, in the chat. So, no, that's okay. No problem. Whoever wants to participate, basically, if you have a love situation that's got you tweaked or confused, I want to help you out. So just let me know and we can talk about it. So, for example, if it's like a love crush, if you're not really knowing what's really going on, so maybe like a confused situationship, or maybe you're in a long-term relationship and you want to take it to the next level and you're stuck, or anything that might be an issue. Now, if you do have career questions and stuff like that I can totally help you with, but that would be more stream work, because that would be the ones that, that would be something that you would have to book, because there's not really advice on that. It's just us looking into it and seeing what destiny holds. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, okay, I see here. No, oh, okay, I see it. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I think so. Very low, very low. Say it again.
Right there, can you hear me?
Yes, it's just a little bit low, but that's okay.
Sorry.
How are you, sweetheart? Nice to meet you.
Good, nice to meet you. Thank you for bringing me on.
Oh,
I just
no
had
problem.
it's been a day, so I think this will be great if I can just ask.
Sure.
I'm in a relationship with a guy named Fabrizio. He's younger than me and more obviously mature, and I was helping him with his visa, and his visa got denied yesterday, a student visa. And I don't know, I just what do you see it happening? Will we continue a relationship or not? We've been together 4 years, and I don't know. I think it's just I'm just really his mom is always, I don't know, it's too much to tell you, but pretty much I just want you to, if you can advise on the energy. I feel that he doesn't like that his mom tells me everything. And he probably feels that we're like, it's almost like a three relationship, or, like a three person, because she tells me everything. And I don't know, sometimes I feel that he wants to, I don't know. I don't know. It's so many things. I'm just overwhelmed, I guess. And today the mom was like, "Oh, his stepdad saw him like walking, and there was a girl by there." And I was like, "What?" I wouldn't think he's that type of guy. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, what's his sign?
He's Scorpio, October 30, 2005, and I am
Okay.
Sagittarius.
Okay. So one of the things right off the bat, so I want to be clear. I'm not doing psychic readings with my full version where I do astrology, tarot. Tonight I'm giving you it's like kind of like love coaching. So I am a psychic clairvoyant, so I don't need tools.
Yes.
However, I do incorporate a lot of different things when I read. When I do like the big full version. Where I will be able to tell you more. But on the stream, I can definitely give you some advice, most definitely. The first thing is, you gotta be honest with yourself and understand that Sagittarius, they have more pros than cons. They are such a fabulous, especially females, they have such a fabulous energy. They always solve the problem. They're very realistic. They're going to tell you immediately where your mistake is. They have no problem pointing it out. You might find that you are trying to correct him a lot, and it may frustrate you. He's a Scorpio, but he's got some Libra in him. So he has habits where part of the time he's quiet and mysterious, and the other
Yes, he
part of the time
does.
he's very, very stuck to you and clingy and a little bit possessive. So he goes
Mm.
back and forth, and he needs his time to be private and mysterious, which may make him suspicious. He also has a bad temper sometimes.
Yes.
And he needs you to understand that when he explodes with a bad temper and says a bunch of stupid shit he doesn't mean, he wants you to forget about it when he's over it.
Exactly.
And, huh?
I'm like exactly like yesterday. All of a sudden, he was like, "Tell me the truth. Do you talk to tarot readers?" And I was like, he was like, "Tell me the truth." And I was like, no, but I mean, I sometimes do, obviously, because he's gifted, so he can see and hear and stuff like that. So I feel that he was gonna tell me that I caused the energies change, and that's why he got denied his visa because I kept asking,
Okay,
and
so
I don't.
he's obviously, so yes, all Scorpios are incredibly gifted. However, it sounds like on top of his Scorpio meter, he also has superstition that is his own belief. So he's nervous and he's very spiritual, and he has his own belief system. So that means somewhere in
Yes.
there he has to have Cancer or Pisces in his moon or his rising. Okay, and superstition is not something that goes with those signs, but it just so happens that it's a mixture, and he has a lot of water. Let me see. Do you know his birth date? Do you know his moon?
Yes.
Do you know his moon sign?
No, but
Okay.
it's October 30, 2005, his date of birth.
Okay.
And so he does that where like all of a sudden yesterday, like I can tell whenever he wants, like he gets in his own little bubble and he's like upset or pissed off, and then he just doesn't answer me. And so I've learned to just don't text him until he reaches out, which I think that's really annoying because that makes me feel some type of way.
Say that one more time. I was getting his moon sign. His moon is actually Libra. So he's got to have a water rising, but I'll explain to you some things, more things that I have to say to you. But what did you say? I didn't catch it because I was looking up his
Yeah.
moon.
I was saying that I don't like yesterday he got upset whenever he asked me that and I said yes. I think that I've learned to figure out that he gets upset and he just stops talking to me, so he just doesn't answer my messages, and I've learned to just stop reaching out until he just reaches back out again. But to me that's like a mental game. I mean, I'm older than him and I don't like that. So it's like, why can't we just be normal? But it makes sense to what you're saying, that he just gets on his own bubble and it's just whenever he's fine, it's like, oh, I'm back type of thing. And that's annoying.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things. So the first thing is when I said, the thing about, the some of those traits, Scorpio will frustrate Sagittarius. Not in every way. You can make it work, but you got to realize there's points of frustration, and the fact that he has some Libra to him. So the Libra part of him is going to be quiet, sneaky, reserved.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
not going to be able to be read very easily. So, for example, if he's upset, you may you may be confused whether he's down and sad or he's just upset at you. The Scorpio
Exactly.
side will sometimes verbalize it when it's more stern, and then he may be really hard to read and figure out. You may not figure out what is he doing. Like,
Yes.
is he like upset? Does his stomach hurt? Does he have a headache, or is he pissed
Exactly.
off? So the
Exactly.
guessing game frustrates Sagittarius because
For
Sagittarius
sure.
is straight up. Hi, I
Yes.
want to be left alone. Hi, I made a lunch for us. You want to have lunch? I'm happy. They're
Yeah.
very like there's no guessing there, and it's very frustrating. So the other part is it it could the worst sign to feel controlled is Sagittarius. Sagittarius cannot feel claustrophobic by any means, not with money, not with choices. They will dedicate themselves. But to feel controlled is allergic. A lot of things can make a Sagittarius feel like they have a noose around their neck, like they can't breathe. And, this guy, the Scorpio, he is very possessive and controlling because that's how he loves. He doesn't do it to be a bad person. The more he's in love and the more possessive he is, he'll question you. What are you doing? Where were you going?
Wow.
What are you up to? Well, so why aren't you telling me that? And then he will come across as he doesn't trust. Okay, and
Yeah.
it takes a while for them to stop that habit. It's a habit, and it will take a while for them to stop that behavior. And the thing is, he wants to know that you won't leave. He wants to know that he is your ultimate person you're going to confide in. And when you talk about a Scorpio with their mother, there's an incredibly bittersweet relationship. We're talking about the male. There's an incredibly bittersweet relationship because he wants to be loved by her, and she has not always been loving, even though she may be the best involved mother. Recipes, buying him clothes when he was growing up, tending to his boo-boos or whatever the problem was, and she'll be very involved in her way, because the Scorpio mothers, when they have a male Scorpio, not the female, the male Scorpio, she will have a very interesting career. She will be very immersed in what she does, even if she's a homemaker. Whatever she does, she has her own unique world, and she's very busy, and she's got her own little habits and her own things that she does, and she has a very strong personality. And to her, he's being ridiculous and childish, and at the same time, it's her baby, and it's very weird connection there. And he wants to be loved by her and respected, and he's not, in his opinion. In his opinion, he's got the shitty end of the stick. In his opinion, he's never been respected like he wants to, especially if he has siblings. If he has siblings, forget it. He feels like the outcast.
Yes.
And this is a situation where the mother will enjoy that you are listening to her. The moment you don't, she will hate your guts, just like that. You may find that she's quite hypocritical. I'm not saying she is, but if you ever decide to disconnect and not be as open as she wants, she will cut you off like a blink of an eye. Watch my words. Wow. She will cut you like that, off, and she will not trust you. The only reason she adores you is because you play by her rules, because she doesn't really want anyone connected to her son in a really weird way. I know it sounds weird, but there is this like possessive back and forth with them, and with him, very good son, but at the same time, can't stand the way that he feels growing up and wants his stuff on his own. So here's the thing. He's drawn to you. He's in love with you. That means he's going to be more possessive, more controlling, and more intimidated. He wants you to love his mother. He wants you to get along. But at the same time, he's wondering, are you really his, or are you just someone who's going to mother him again? Because he doesn't want that particular control. And there's reason to believe that some of the things that, if you're totally team mom, then you're not totally team him. So you're in a really tough spot because you hit it off so well with the mother, a little too well. So the more you do that, the more you will have a bigger issue with him. So at some point you have to understand he's telling you with his words, because Libra will explain what it is. It just takes him a long time. And a Scorpio will spit it out in not a lot of words, but they will tell you the root of what it is. They will tell you what pisses them off, what is upsetting him. If you keep doing what upsets him, it's going to continue having a very difficult time in the relationship. So it's a tough call. It's just the requests. The fact that he feels you're getting advice from someone else. One of Scorpio's biggest fears, the male, one of their biggest deep fears since they were knee-high to a grasshopper, from the time they would speak.
Yeah.
They are afraid that they are going to attract negative energy. They're afraid of bad karma. That's why Scorpios are extremely gifted. We're talking the males again. And they at the same time get creeped out by Ouija boards or ghosts. They don't like too much of that. They will talk about interesting things, and they're very spooky by themselves, but they don't like spooky. You will notice that he just probably either doesn't love horror movies, or there's something about him that he's drawn to some gore, but he's not if it's too much ghostly, spiritually future stuff, it just freaks him out. He also doesn't like being controlled. He's afraid that you are teaming up against him. He feels like he can handle that you're older. It's not a big deal. But what he can't handle is that it's not just a number now. Now you're making it a maturity competition by too much team mom, and getting advice spiritually that he can't control. This man is intimidated by the fact that he doesn't know whether you will go or stay. He doesn't know if you will cut him off, and he wants you to baby him without getting weird like the mom would. Does that make sense to you? The way that he wants you to love him. And Sagittarius humans don't have time for that.
Yeah. I mean, I used to give him so much, meaning like attention, love. I'm very loving, caring, and also help him out.
He wants more. Why did you stop?
Exactly. And I stopped, and he blamed his mom because his mom made me open my eyes that, she was like, you send him money to go to school because he lives in Peru and I am Mexican, but I live in the US, obviously. So it's nothing, $10, $20, right? 30. I mean, sometimes it was more, but it's like I stopped because she was like, no, he didn't went to class, or he didn't do this and that. So he has so much anger towards her because supposedly she opened my eyes. But no, I mean, I went myself to Peru, and I noticed like how much the things were, what he was doing, like things like that. And he became more like, I feel that he's not very expressive, and I want someone expressive and loving and caring. And he went and he hacked my phone and his mom to be able in control and see our conversations, and that pisses him off. And I can't believe that he's like that. He's doing that because, she's older, so she doesn't know how to use the phone sometimes, so he can hack it and like look at the stuff, which that's really bad in my opinion. And today she said that they saw him walking with a girl that the mom thinks that he met her at a party of his cousin. And I'm like, for me, Fabricio, it's very loyal. I can't even picture him actually talking to someone else. Do you think that's true? Do you think he's interested in someone else?
No, but I do, but I do know that his anger, his frustration, his stress will cause him to have behaviors to make you wonder. Those are games.
And I hate mental games because for me, that's like a mental thing. And like, he just stopped talking to me since yesterday for no reason when his visa got denied. And I said, yes, I know a person, but she's a medium. That's not Terry. He said, it's the same thing, Isabel. And he stopped talking to me. And that was yesterday at 8 o'clock. He does these things where 2 weeks ago, he goes, I don't want anything. I want to be alone. I don't want a relationship, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? After 4 years, we're doing your visa. And then all of a sudden, he just reaches out in 2 days. Hi, how are you? Like you mentioned, like nothing happened. No, and I don't like that. I mean, I'm older than him, so for me, those are just stupid games. I don't know, and I do love him.
I know, and you have a lot invested, but if you keep, so it's difficult to say because it sounds like, oh, Lucy, you're just spitting out so many, this is a person's life, you don't understand. It's 4 years. I don't mean it like that, but I'm right. You're a problem solver. You're Sagittarius, right? Yes. You want the problem, and you want it solved, and you want the solution, and you want it clear, right? Without beating around the bush. Okay. Yes. Bottom line, even though you're attracted to each other, you're in love with each other, you desire each other, you have a bond, you have a history together, you've been through thick and thin, you trust him at the core. Very important, because I heard you say that, and you are right. He's not going to stop his behaviors. You're not going to correct him. He's not going to reshape for you in the way that you want. What you see is what you get. And if you can plug in and you keep saying you're older, you're older, you're older. Remember that the mother made you feel that way. Not on purpose, but you keep bringing up the age many times. It's on your mind because it is now a problem. When you met, that number was not a problem. It was a man and a woman that were attracted to each other, and that was it. And now you're saying she opened your eyes. So I understand that you are looking at it through the lens of a woman that is respectful. You said that you were Mexican, right? So that means you have a great
Yes.
amount of values. You're extremely family oriented. You're extremely respectful of the elderly because that's part of the culture. So you are wanting to do things the right way, and you are getting involved as a witness between the mother and the son. And you are in a role she's put you in where you are trying to make and cushion her feelings because she's older and she's sweet and she's his mom, and that could be anybody's mom, and you're a woman. So your feminine love is really trying to pamper that mom. And you are every time you do that, you're plugging away more and more and more from being the girlfriend. So you have to make a choice. You're either going to stay in his life and stay in her life and be a judge and be a person that is both their friends, and you help him straighten out his life, and you love her, and you could be her buddy and make cookies with her and listen to world advice and have, help her get the things she wants done to her son through you. Or you could have a beautiful romance with him. But to do that, you have to make a choice. Do you feel that the advice from the mother has toxified the love? Or do you, because it looks like she's pulling you away from her son.
Yeah, he told her, it looks like you're in love with Isabel, which, my
Right.
goodness.
Right. So
And
that's what you have. You have this connection with the mother, and that's what you have. So
yeah,
you
but
have
because
to
she
make a
tells me
choice.
everything for, I mean, yeah, and obviously, no, I love the son. I mean, I don't love the mom. I mean, yes, but yeah, she can be very toxic because in
You
the
can't
past
do
we have
both.
distance.
You
No,
can't do
no,
both. You can't do
just the
both. You
son, the
if you
son.
are you have to make a decision inside you. You are waiting for
Okay.
him to change and to have behaviors that make you happy, and then for him to do everything that's supposed to be correct so that the mom is happy as well. It's never going to happen like that. Do you have a Leo moon or a Leo rising?
I don't know. How do I know that? I'm not sure.
Well,
November
for me to
28th.
figure out your rising, I would have to know the exact minute you were born on your birth chart. But if you don't have that, I still can figure out your moon. That will tell me a lot because that's
Yeah,
your
I
mind.
was I was born November 28th after 3 a.m. I believe 3:46 or something like that. A.m. 3
It has
something.
to be exact. So if we don't know
Oh, okay.
exact, then just give me the. I would have to do a time correction. But
Yeah.
for now, let me just find out your moon. What year?
1991.
Oh, okay. It's a beautiful year. You're
Thank
still very
you.
young. Okay, so you have a Virgo moon, okay? Very responsible, very detective brain, always following the clues, and you double check on things. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Analytical,
Yes.
I see it. Okay, FBI, I hear you.
That's what he said. He's like, "You're a detective." I'm like,
That's
"Whatever."
right. You got a Virgo moon. You are a pure detective. Okay. All right, Miss
No.
Sherlock. So the thing is,
It's
you have
okay.
to make a choice, and
Hmm.
it's pretty rough. But if you look at him and you know inside your core he is your man, and you want to be his woman, you got to wear the skirt, and that means that you have to be, you could still be strong and have a bow and arrow and be a superhero. Okay, I'm not saying don't be an alpha
Yeah.
woman, but do it in a way where, if he's your man, he's going to want his pretty woman by his side, by his arm, and his love, and his girl. And if you want to do that, then you're going to have to be eye to eye and ask yourself the truth. Okay, because
Hmm.
this is a choice. You have to figure out, is your loyalty with your romance, or is it with his family? If it's, you're not going to marry his family.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
You're right.
if you want, it's beautiful in Hollywood movies when everybody makes cookies and
Right.
everybody has turkey and everybody has tofu or whatever you're having. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, but that's Hollywood. So at the
Yes.
end of the day, if you want to stay in his life, but it doesn't work out, and you want to have another romance, and you want to really stay, be helping him out and giving him advice, and then helping the mom and loving her, then you do that. But if you want to make it work where it's romantic and
Yes.
you feel the romance is there, you need to cut the toxicity and listen to what he wants. You don't have
Okay.
to. You could go on and have another romance where you don't feel
Right.
so stressed. You have tons of fish in the sea, and there are many choices for your happiness. But if you
Right.
want this one to work out, you need to start with a choice, and it's in your hands.
Right.
He's not going to change, and his mother's not going to change. And his mother is very sweet and very loving, but at the same time, she's breaking a rule. The rule is she's a third wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end
For
of the
sure.
day, if she needs to micromanage your romance, it's a third wheel. He's a
Yes.
big boy. He should be
For
able to
sure.
handle his woman, and it's him and you, and that's it. And you could visit and help with a family issue. You could be part of a family project. You can hang out a
Yes.
couple times a year, or every 2 months go over there and have, beverages with her and hang out. But
Yeah.
to have that like connection with her, you have to have her in every piece of the puzzle, and everything is you and her and you, and then you have time for him. Then you're married to her. Then you're her
Yeah.
girlfriend. You know how I
Yes.
mean it. I don't mean
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
joking.
Yeah, no, no,
I'm
no.
just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
like
don't
the
mean it
whole family.
disrespectfully.
Yeah, no, no, no. Like she has 3, 4, 5 daughters, and like it's Fabrizio and
Is
another
she in their
brother.
love life?
Yeah, yeah, I would think. I mean, but it's
Yes.
like
That was
everyone tells
rhetorical.
her, yeah, everyone tells her, you're in love with Isabel, you're in love with Isabel because she's so like, my princess this,
Because
my
you took
princess
to
that,
her,
and da da
it's the
da.
only reason is because I'm not saying she doesn't really care. But
Yeah,
you are her favorite because you got under her wing. She gave you warmth. She's a mentor. She's already acting like a mother-in-law and a mentor, coaching you on things about him. You should do this for him, and you should do this for him, giving you instructions and then telling you stories. That's not healthy.
right. Yeah, no, no, it's toxic. Yeah, for sure. Because she's like, I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know. Well,
I mean, it's
Fabrizio did
helpful and
this.
she's sweet.
Yeah, but
But
I mean,
because
obviously, it's not. I mean, sorry, because I mean, my mom will never go to Fabrizio and tell him what I'm doing, or if I went
correct,
out, she will never.
correct.
She will
At the
stay
same time,
quiet.
your mother is a fantastic mother. Your mother is there for you when you need her. And if
Yes.
your mother had to spend a weekend or something, at your place with him, or he had to spend, let's say a hurricane was coming, or a tornado or earthquake or whatever, and he had to spend the night at her place, at your mom's with you, the relationship would be very different. She would be
Yes.
sharing, loving, caring. They'd laugh,
Yes.
they'd share stories, but there's a
Yes.
boundary,
Yes. Yes.
okay? Which means he will still feel, your mom really loved me, she liked me, but it doesn't
Yes.
become toxic.
Yes. That's correct. Yes, I
So
can see
you
that.
you have to make a choice. She's a sweet woman, she's loving, there's nothing bad about her, but it's inappropriate. We're
Yes.
talking about a
Yes.
romance, not
Yes.
another type of family dynamic. We're talking about a romance, and you need to feel beautiful and loved, and he needs to feel like, he wants to be your prince, not your frog.
Yes. Right.
And you're not going to do that by letting psychics and mediums in your love life, because he wants you to come to him. And you
Yes.
are breaking, once a Scorpio loses trust, there's no coming back. So
And
you
he
have a
doesn't trust
short
me
time.
anymore. You
You
don't
have a
think he
short
trusts?
time to fix it. He will know, because he's spiritual, he will feel your honesty, and you can come to an agreement. You can say that you had a realization,
Okay.
and that you're willing to, if
Uh-huh.
you're willing to cut all connections, not drastically, but just like say, that you're willing, that you've reevaluated everything, that you miss him, that you want to have a fresh start,
Okay. That's what
and
he asked
that
the other
you want
day.
from him one thing. You want to be able to trust him. No secrets.
Okay.
And the thing is, he will probably be shocked by it and put you through a couple of tests. And Scorpios, especially with Libra moon, can have a very viperous tongue. That means he may say a couple of things to you that are a little bit hurtful and attackative, like cynical remarks, like statements, like saying, "Oh yeah, well, how about this?" And it might be like, "Whoa, that was, why'd you say that?"
Yeah.
Because he's angry, and that's how he takes it out. So,
Do you think there's hope there, like if I decide to? Because he told me if I get my visa approved, Isabel, if I go over there, we're gonna start a fresh start because it pisses me off the whole mom thing and you, how you guys talk to each other, how she's always there, how she tells you everything pisses me off, and I'd rather just be alone right now. If I get my visa, I'll go over there to the US. We'll have a fresh start, and it's gonna be different. But he got denied again, so. I told him we'll try for the end of the year again for semester starts in January. But my point is, do you think if I do change and talk to him like you're advising, do you think there's hope there, like, and we can have a good future, or you don't really see it, or?
I do, but you have to understand something. Be extremely in tune with the fact that you're a Sagittarius and he is a Scorpio, and he's got Libra and you have Virgo. You have two placements that lead you, because it's an identity, being your luminaries. You have, your personality is all about the truth, all about being a go-getter, solving the problem. You're a money maker. You're a problem solver.
Yes.
You will sit there and analyze something and get it done. Like you're the boss.
Yes.
Like you don't mess around. And if there's a solution, you'll drive and you'll get this paper and that paper, and he'll just be like, "Oh no, I didn't do it. Oh,
Yes,
I
and
don't
I
want
hate
to.
that.
I'm not in the mood right now. I don't want to deal with this."
Yes,
And then
that's
for other
okay.
things, he's very go-getter. But then other things, it's like he lets it pile up. Sagittarius, you're probably the Virgo Sag in you is probably always nitpicking him. Why'd you do this? But why'd you let this happen? But why did you, because so you have to understand that he can frustrate you, because he could seem like a very big kid and an immature brat to
Yes,
you.
that's how he is. He is,
And
yeah.
it might make you feel older, but if you talk to two 19-year-olds that have the same connection, or 18-year-olds in high school having the same, you're going to get the same dynamic. You're going to have the
Yes.
same response, because it's a
Oh,
sign
okay.
thing. It's not an age thing.
Okay.
It's a sign thing. And I
Okay.
think that the mom made you feel older, not on purpose, but little by little, by everything that you've shared. I've heard you say it a couple times. That means that you're making it a number when it's really, to him, he doesn't care.
Yeah, it's because I guess because in my head I'm thinking, because obviously in my head I'm thinking because he's obviously more immature, but not immature like you mentioned, like we're at different mentally stages. We're obviously at a different place. I'm like obviously 14 years older than him. So obviously for me, I want something more stable. That's why I'm helping him, like, pushing him, making him like, come over here. We're gonna put you to school, like, so we can both have a good life, right? Because if he's gonna be my partner, I want him to have a good future, right? I want him to be successful. I want him to do good, just kind of. I feel that sometimes I grab him by the hand and like I'm like walking. This is the right path, but then it's like I feel that it's almost like he sits down and I'm like, come on, get up, get up. And he's like,
Right.
no.
So that's why I'm saying that you're the
Yeah.
optimist, because you're a
Yes. All the
Sagittarius. So
time.
you're
Yes.
always like, no, 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 we're going to do this. I believe, but he can burn
Yes.
you out. So that's why I'm saying to you that what I'm worried about. See, I'm not saying that, I'm telling you, you both are in a situation right now where you're drawn to each other and the love is real. That you don't need
Okay.
anybody to tell you. You know that.
Yes.
The next thing is, that you have to make some choices, because he's not emotionally happy and you're not either. You're going in emotional
Right.
roller coasters.
Yes.
But the real concern is, it going to be will there be a chance for a fresh start? Absolutely. Especially if you incorporate some of the changes that I'm telling you. But is that the end of the story? No. I see, because you're asking me longer term,
Yes,
and I'm
longer,
being
of
honest
course.
with you.
Yes.
Longer term, this relationship, you will have to change some of your core to be in it long term. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It is absolutely possible.
What does that
But
mean for?
what it means is that you're going to have to change parts of you to adapt to the relationship that you're going to build, because it is not going to come naturally to you. Because he is going to continue a pattern that you may feel a weight on your shoulders, stress around you, and you may feel like he's aging you because of this, like giving you gray hairs, as they say. It's just
Yes.
a term,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like you may feel like he's doing that to you because he's so contrary. It's a difficult sign to adapt to. Virgo and Scorpio test each other, and they meet each other silently, butting heads, like a challenge. Oh, you did this? I'm going to do this, and you're not even going to know. So Virgo and Scorpio, ooh. And then, but the end, they're very passionate, but it can go either way. A good passion of smoochy smoochy and a negative passion of enemy. And then Sagittarius and Scorpio, they're drawn to each other because of a daring, interesting, bold, adventurous spirit. But at the same time, there's parts of it where the Sagittarius is all about a solution and Scorpio is not ready. They are emotional, they're different, and they're trying to figure things out. They move at a different pace. They're silent, and a Sagittarius is like, what's your problem, dude? Like, can you just tell me?
Exactly.
So that's why you can't, yes, the fresh start, but what about after that? So you both have to learn, you first. There are boundary lines he's giving you that you're not following. Because imagine if you told him, don't do this. You've defied him. I'm not poking at you. You know that, but I'm being honest. I'm defending him right now because,
Yes. Okay.
he's given you boundaries you have not followed. You have defied. He has told you, I don't want you to go to readers. I don't want you to get spiritual information. I don't like that. I don't want you checking up on me. I don't like it, Isabel. I don't like it. And then he's told you the whole mom thing, in one ear, out the other. So imagine now, flip the tables. Imagine he does two things that really you asked him not to do. And he'll say, whatever, I just did it because I wanted to, just like you did what you wanted to. That's not healthy. So it's a lot more than the fresh start. It's boundaries. It's boundaries and really realizing, are you going to learn the key to what makes him happy? And is he going to learn the key to what makes you happy? And the key is his moon. Learning his moon. They say a way to a man's heart is their stomach. No, ma'am, it is their moon. Okay, it's a Libra moon. So he wants to feel handsome and have beautiful things, and he wants to have money, and he wants to buy you expensive things, and he wants to shine bright in his gifts, and he's multi-talented, and he doesn't know where to apply it, and he's frustrated artistically. Oh yes, Libra moon. Definitely, that is it. All right,
my gosh,
so you have a lot to do.
Yeah, a lot to do. So,
do. So I hope that helped.
One day at a time. You think it'll help if I do, not right now, but maybe in like a few weeks, go to Peru and see him in person? Because we haven't seen each other for like 4 or 5 months. 4 months.
Yeah. So distance. There's human touch with a Scorpio is very needed. They are very touchy-feely. They don't mean to be, but that's their nature. They have to touch. Even the females, they're very affectionate. It's a hug. It's
Yeah.
no matter what culture or background, they'll hold your hand or
Well, he's not like that. That's another thing. Like he's very, I feel that I always have to be hugging. I always have to be loving. I always have to be
that
kissing.
means
Like
he's
he
pissed and he
doesn't,
has trust issues. And he's a he
oh
what
my
that means he wants you to
gosh.
notice that there's something there's a chip on his shoulder and he's tired of explaining it or he wants you to figure it out. That's body language.
Oh
But a
my
Scorpio in
gosh.
love is very affectionate. They're very possessive and affectionate, and that's how they love.
So
Even
maybe
when they
he's
hold
not
your
in love
hand,
with me. He's not
they hold it
affectionate.
sometimes a little stronger,
Oh my
like you're
gosh.
mine. It's just part of that charm.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But you think you can feel it on with your senses that he's faithful, so I don't have to worry about that he was walking with that girl. And I mean, because I mean, I can't imagine him actually talking to someone else. So you think I should just trust that he's faithful and he's always been, period?
No, I don't think you should trust that he's been faithful. I said that you asked me very clearly about a girl that he was walking with, and I
Yes.
told you that that particular connection is not intended. He knew that you would find out about it.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
faithfulness and all of that, that's a whole other thing. Libra can be very spiteful in certain ways that are very sneaky, and Scorpios can as well.
Oh,
You got to
okay.
realize there's been a history of defying his boundaries, and he's not happy. But at the same time, he's not done with you. So you have to repair and go see what's there. And I think that the seeing him is a great thing to do. If let's say that let's say that there was a situation hypothetically of unfaithfulness, that wouldn't make or break the situation because he believes that maybe you have sometimes thought of someone else, and I'm sure he has mentioned it, where he has had
Yes.
jealousy issues. So this
Yes,
is
because
something.
when he went into my phone, he told his mom, "Yes, you see, she's still with the ex, and she gifted him a cell
Yeah,
phone."
so there's
And I was like,
doubt.
"That's from the back,"
I
and
know,
she's
but
like, "No,
that's why
he
this
doesn't let
relationship that
go."
you have is there's a lot of things that you need to go fix and you need to repair
Yeah,
and you really need that fresh start. And if you're going to do it
do
all
it
heart and
right.
do it right. And
Yes.
then little by little, establish him opening up more. Scorpio man will open up to you. It will take a while, but if he sees stability from you and he feels safe
Oh, okay.
and relaxed, he will open up, and then you will have a very deep bond. But you have to work at that.
Okay. Work
All
a
right,
lot,
sweetheart.
seems like it. Thank you so much for your
It is. It
time. I really
is.
do. And you do private coaching readings or, I mean,
I
advice?
do. Yes,
Okay.
I do. I do
All
them on
right.
the
I can
stream, and I
reach
do
out.
them privately. I do
Okay.
astrology, all those things.
Okay, that way
All
I can
right,
reach out
sweetheart.
privately. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
your
much,
time. You
sweetie.
made me
Have a
feel
good
so
one.
much better. Thank
Oh, I'm
you.
glad. I'm glad.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you. You
sweetheart.
did. All right.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
honey.
Thanks.
All right, you guys. Who's next? If you wanted love advice or anything like that, I can help you out. Doing these complimentary tonight on the stream. So a little bit of background. I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, and I'm also a professional love astrologer. I help women with love, and I do many different types of readings, primarily astrology. If you have questions on future predictions and timing and things like that, if you need to figure out what's going on with him, his past, whatever it is, if there's a legal situation or anything, I shed light on all those things. Okay. So every time I stream, I usually do like either tarot free card pulls or, different kinds of readings, different kinds of things. Sometimes it's general messages. So right now I'm doing love advice on the stream tonight. So if you have a situation you want me to look into, let me know. So these are going to be toolless readings. So clairvoyance, we don't always need tools. We don't really need tools, but I do use astrology is really a pseudoscience. It's not really a tool, but things like divinatory tools sometimes, like runes and oghams, staves. Those are tools. It doesn't really matter whether you use them or not or whatever, as long as the messages are important and clear to the client. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below. If you want to participate with a love session, I will add you on as a guest speaker. You can also book with me tonight if you want as well. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end the stream and download the file, and then when I have it downloaded, I'll be right back.